and welcome everyone. Today we have a new game. I'm going to be doing a 100% run of Mega Man X, the original Mega Man X, but we have a bit of a treat because this particular playthrough is going to be a 100%. This particular playthrough is going to have the original or custom MSU1 audio, which means that it's the audio's been redone with a special chip. I'm running this in an emulator, but you'll see how it sounds in just a couple minutes here. But it's using a special custom chip that a guy named Bew designed, called the MSU1 chip, and it provides basically stereo CD quality audio for a Super Nintendo game, which is pretty impressive. So you guys will be able to enjoy that. So without further ado, you can hear the initial intro screen sounds significantly different. And a lot better, if I do say so myself. So here we go. Now this is one of those games that I've been really good at since my childhood, and I've always taken a liking to it, and I've always been pretty good at this game. So I thought I would do a playthrough of it. I'm not timing myself in any way, just because I feel that takes away from the fun of the game. So I prefer not to time myself in that way, just because it's not exactly as fun when you do that. So I'll probably die a few times, but I've always been. I'd like to consider myself pretty good at this game. I can usually beat it pretty quickly without too much trouble. But if anyone thinks that they're very good at this game, they can let me know as well. And if there's any other games they would like to see speed run or anything like that, then I can certainly do any of those games as well. But let's see if I can do as well as on stream as I do off stream. As I said, I'll probably be a little bit more cautious than I usually am when I'm off stream. So we will see. So far so good. And if anyone is wondering, I am using basically a Super Nintendo controller for the PC, which I would not be able to do this without that. So there's always that. Just almost at the first boss here. Oh. Here we go. The guy that's actually impossible to beat. So we'll just see here. You worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? Yeah, I did. And I'm going to defeat you. I just did. Enter 0. Here we go. This part was replaced by piano music. It's kind of neat. I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. You shouldn't expect to defeat him. He's designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached full power yet. If you use all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am. I'll scout ahead as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. I'll even meet up with you when you get there. See you later. I know you can do it. Again, this is one of those games that I've played from quite a young age. The number of times I've beaten this, I can't even start to count. But there's a specific order I use for the bosses. I don't know if anyone else uses the same order that I do, but you'll see my order soon enough. I always start with the Chill Penguin. And because I find him to be the easiest. I find him to be the easiest to beat. You know, if you're not, if you've got nothing, because of course you start with no abilities, nothing at all. So he's the one that I find to be the easiest to start off with. But I'm going to try to do this run without... I mean, I'll probably die a few times. In fact, I definitely will, because there's something later on that you need to get to be able to get 100% that involves dying. So I'm definitely going to have to die to get that. So it's not going to be completely no death, because that's not possible, but you at least should be able to see very little dying and as much caution as possible, I think. Now once I get this, I can pretty much race through the levels. So you've come. I give you the ability to choose your own path in life. And I hope the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now it seems that you're destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion. Yada yada yada. I don't know why I'm reading that, but yeah. So these hidden capsules, if you find them, you'll be able to increase your powers beyond anything the world's ever known. Step into the capsules and receive the abilities. Good luck. More or less. Give or take. We'll go with that. So one of the reasons I start with this level is because I always get this guy first, the speed shoes, and I do that because they're the easiest to work with, and they get you the dash ability really soon, really close to the start, and you can generally do really well if you have them. It's a lot quicker to get around when you have the dash boots. Well, that was no good. Didn't expect that. Alright, at least we got a checkpoint. So that shouldn't happen again. Get over there, you. Get away. Get away. Alright. He's done for. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and finish this one. Yeah, this guy's pretty easy. I never usually have any trouble with this first one. Get him right at the beginning. Yeah, this guy's a piece of cake. He doesn't really prove to be any challenge at all. I really like what they did with the boss music too. It's kind of neat. And he's down. That's cool. I like what they did with that. I get shotgun ice. Awesome. That's the password screen music. Kind of cool what they did with that, I think. So that's one down. Now, I don't immediately go to the one you'd think I would go to, which is Flame Mammoth. I generally go to Storm Eagle next. He's my second, because I can beat Storm Eagle without using any abilities as well. And I can pretty much clear this level I can 100% this level the first time. That's what I should say. I always hated this part. I always failed a few times here. So that rapid fire is actually not a macro or anything. It's actually me button mashing. I've always been pretty quick at button mashing right there, so. There I go. Yeah, I was a hidden free man back there. I always remember to get. And right up over here is the hidden heart tank. There's heart tank number 1. And we're back to the beginning of the level, so we just gotta kind of backtrack a little bit here. And go up this way. We'll keep going through the level here. Now up here we have this guy, and that opens up like that, and then we have the first energy tank, which I just grabbed. It's energy tank 1 out of 4. I never usually forget that, so that's good. We're getting close to the head armor. So the head armor is used to break these weird blocks to get to other hidden areas. So without that head armor, you can't get to these other locations to basically, you know, you can't get to these other areas in order to in order to get at the hidden capsules. I'm doing this because there's something back here. And it's a free life. Not a whole lot, but it's something. Now back here we have the next upgrade capsule, which is the head upgrade. Contains an enhancement for your helmet, which will allow you to break ceilings. Excellent. Because with this, not only will I be able to break this particular ceiling, which is just used for demonstration purposes, I'll be able to break ceilings in other levels. So that's good, and it looks a little cooler. Definitely looks a little cooler. Oh, I hate those things. There's another free man over here. Now this game has a few slowdowns in some places, but it's actually not the emulator. It's the original ROM, the original game on the Super Nintendo had those weird laggy spots like that. I'm not sure why they lagged like that, but they did. Because it was just the limitation of the Super Nintendo. I should be able to beat this guy with half a health bar, but I may end up dying one time, but that's okay. I'll just try again. This guy isn't too difficult. You just have to know how to hit him properly and dodge his attacks efficiently. And that tornado doesn't actually hurt you, it just blows you off the edge. You just have to keep relentlessly hitting him, basically. Try to dodge those stupid little things. And you will be able to get your victory. I'm just being careful right now because I have low health. And then there's the part where he dives. Well, he's not doing a whole lot of diving right now, which is surprising. Usually he does a lot more diving. There he goes. So I actually like it when he dives because I can predict it very easily. There we go. That wasn't too bad. So we got Maverick number 2, Storm Eagle, is gone. You get Storm Tornado. So, the next one that I kill is Flame Mammoth, and the reason for that is because now that I have the ice weapon as well as the weapon that the Storm Tornado, I can go ahead and go here because I'll be able to get 100% of the items in this level as well. Because all you need to get that is the head upgrade that allows you to break blocks with your head. And a funny thing about this level is after you beat... Normally this is lava that I'm walking on right here, but after you beat the Chill Penguin, this particular level gets frozen over and it becomes much easier. So that's one of the other reasons I waited until now. Now this part is a little bit tricky. You have to time this perfectly. Just like that. And there we go. And up here is the arm cannon upgrade. This capsule contains a part which will increase the abilities of your X-Buster. I can do more powerful attacks. So something interesting about this particular upgrade is that you can actually, if you don't get this upgrade right now, when I'm doing it, you can actually get it later in the game, near the end of the game. I won't reveal what happens yet, but when we get there, I'll let you know at what point you normally get it if you don't get it here. So, got that one. So the hidden heart tank in this level is right there. So I'll go ahead and grab that. And this particular part annoyed me quite a bit as a kid. I remember really hating this part. But I think I should be able to, not too much trouble with it right now. Had quite a bit of practice since then. There's another free life, and we have our second energy tank, which I'm able to break. For some reason I'm able to break them with my boots, even though it needs the head upgrade in order to get that. So we'll go ahead and get the second energy tank. So that's 2 out of 4. And we will move on. So all that's left to do in this level now, I've got the energy tank, the capsule, and the heart tank. So there's nothing else left in this level except to beat the boss at the end. And I shouldn't have to come back to this level either, since I just got everything. So, excellent, here we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they need the head upgrade. The boot upgrade gives you super speed dash. It doesn't do anything other than that. I'm pretty experienced with this game. And I'm 99.9% sure that it needs the head upgrade. What other use does the head upgrade have if not that? 99% sure I'm not mistaken on that. But because historically the Earth, yeah. But again, it's been years since I've played this, so you know it's possible that I'm wrong. Okay, fair enough. I'll have to try that. What's the head upgrade for? I mean, I just got the head upgrade a few minutes ago, and it said that I needed it was needed in order to break those blocks. But like you say, I could be wrong on that, but I don't believe that's the case. But I've been proven wrong before. I'll have to test your theory. But because the reason I say that, and the only reason I say that, is because when you get the head upgrade, it actually tells you can now break blocks with your head, and the only thing it tells you when you get the leg upgrade is that you now have super speed. That's all that I'm, that's from my experience. Okay, fair enough. So I can break blocks with my feet if I have the foot upgrade, but I can break blocks with my head if I have the head upgrade. Is that what you're saying? That makes sense. I just never thought of it like that before. And you could very well be right. I haven't experimented with it. That's just the way that I assumed that it worked. So again, you could very well be right. I just haven't done all completely experimented with it. But I'll take your word for it for sure. No argument. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done any tool-assisted speed runs before of this game, but like, I'm not a speed runner. That's the thing. I don't really speed run. I prefer to play games just for the sake of playing them, just to enjoy them. But yeah, I have seen a number of speed runs, and I'll have to look that particular one up. Because yeah, if it's possible to do with a speed run, with a tool-assisted speed run, then it's probably, you're probably right. I probably could break them with my feet. Now, one of the things I remember about this guy is he's actually easier to kill with the flame upgrade. There we go. Yeah, he's a lot easier with that weapon. I really like the remixed audio in this level. I mean, I like the original audio in this game as well, but I really enjoy playing it with this newer remixed soundtrack. Makes it really cool sounding. A lot of these tracks are really well done. Because I'm not doing too well right now, am I? I'm in some trouble. So many little hazards in this level, though. Makes it a little bit difficult. They sure don't make these games like they used to. Now it's interesting, this particular heart tank, you're supposed to need the boomerang to get it, but it's just as easy to do that. I don't know if you're supposed to need the boomerang to get it, but I've always gotten it that way. And first time I showed somebody that particular move, they said, "Oh, how did you do that?" And it's, you know, you just do a wall jump with the dash button. It's pretty easy to do. Some people don't know how to do it, I guess. But yeah, not too bad, I think. And of course, now that I have the I hate these parts with the dark room. This always annoyed me a little bit, but it's not too bad. There we go, easy enough. So Spark Mandrill is vulnerable to ice, and he's very, very easy when you have the ice weapon. Now, I did skip the energy tank in this level because I don't have the proper weapon to get it yet. And while it likely is possible to get it by other means, the legit way to get it is not possible right now. I don't know if there's an illegitimate way to get it, but I've never found it. That's Spark Mandrill taken down. So, I think, if I remember correctly, the next guy I have to do is Armored Armadillo, I believe. So I get Electric Spark. Yeah, Armored Armadillo is who is vulnerable to the spark. So I'm going to have to go back to that level for the energy tank because I wasn't able to get it until I get the this guy's weapon, but I'm not going to go there yet. We're going to do Armored Armadillo for now. Now this guy's stage has one of my favorite music tracks in this game. I've just always been fond of the Armored Armadillo stage music. Especially in this remix soundtrack. It's pretty well done. Now, just to be safe, I'm going to do some energy tank filling right now. So, okay, one of them's almost full. I'm gonna fill what I have just so I have some reserves in case I need them. This is the best level to go to fill your energy tanks. And then there's of course this guy down here who always drops a free life, or almost always. There we go. Fill up your lives pretty easily by repeatedly killing this guy. He only ever drops a free man. He doesn't always drop one, but he almost always does. Oh, he hasn't dropped one. There we go. It's like his loot table only contains free men. Okay, 9 lives. That's the max. So I'm just gonna go up here and finish filling my energy tanks. If I can. Alright. Oh, one's half full. Should be able to fill her up pretty quick here. Alright, that sound means that they're full. Okay, good. Moving on. Alright. Now there is, in this area, the other third energy tank, which is behind this guy. Right there. I find the flames take these guys out the quickest. The reason I do that is because right here there are some health power-ups that can be obtained. Alright. Moving on. Now I'm taking a lot of hits just because it's been quite a while since I've played this. I used to be much better at this game than I am now, back in my younger years. But I don't think I'm doing too bad. Almost at the heart tank, I believe. So the heart tank is easily obtained by killing this guy very quickly with the flame. Just like that. And so that he does not break that ground up there, and the heart tank is obtained fairly easily that way. Now there is a secret at the very end of the game, which some people know about, that has to do with this area here, but I'm not. It's not part of. You can't get it until you have everything else. Until you have 100%, you can't get it. It's the secret Hadouken weapon, which I will get at the end. And while there's probably multiple methods, there's probably a couple of methods of getting it. I use a specific method to get it that's always worked for me in the past, which I'll be doing at the end. So this is Armored Armadillo. He's vulnerable to the Spark Mandrill's weapon. He doesn't like it at all. Just a few hits with it, and he is very weak. And that is it for him. Easy peasy. So the weapon we get from Armored Armadillo is the Rolling Shield. And the Rolling Shield is used on the Launch Octopus, I believe, if I remember correctly. And so the Launch Octopus is the next level that I need to go to. And this guy always annoyed me a little bit. He's one of the tougher guys to beat. If it's my opinion, my opinion is that he's one of the tougher Mavericks to beat in this game. If you don't know exactly what you're doing and you don't have the correct weapon. I like what they did with the soundtrack on this level too. It's pretty funky sounding. This level in general always annoyed me. I never liked this level much. Just I don't know. I find there's a lot of hazards in this level. Like a lot. And it was always one of the more difficult levels. Like this part, these guys here. Oh, I hated these guys as a kid. Just the way they would. There's one later on that's over a bed of spikes. The number of times I died there, you know, years ago was ridiculous. So they always. And then these fish who, you know, suck you in and spit and damage you if you're in there too long. They'll just horrible. Now this is the one that annoyed me. And I'm fully expecting that I'm going to die at least once fighting this thing. Oh, I almost did there. Oh, I hate this part. There's probably another weapon I can be using on this, but I can't use that. There we go, that worked a little better. Yeah, the tornado seems to work pretty well on those guys. Alright, so let's ride these tornadoes up, or these whirlpools. And get those power up. Not that I need them, the 3 energy tanks that I have are full. So now there is a secret to getting the heart tank in this level, which is pretty convoluted. You actually have to kill this thing. And I find that this is the fastest way to do it. There we go. And then it falls down here, and it actually destroys the ground a little bit and falls even further down, which reveals this guy. And I find that he... Now, what did I use to take this guy down? Yeah, here we go. That does a quick job there. And there is Mr. Heart Tank. So my health bar is getting pretty nice and tall now. Moving on. We'll, I think this level might even be a little bit longer than the other ones too, but I could just be imagining things. I always remember when I was young spending a lot of time on this level just because of how difficult it was compared to all the others. But I don't mind it so much now. So, okay. Go away, you stupid fish. Okay, so now we have to go with the rolling shield. And now, if I had the boomerang weapon, I would be able to chop off his tentacles with that. But I don't. So we're just going to have to go with the rolling shield. And see, he has all sorts of projectiles that cause extra damage, and the homing missiles, so I can never beat this guy without taking a significant amount of damage. Like, he took down 2/3 of my health before I killed him, just because he's one of the more annoying ones to beat. Now, when I have to beat him in the last stage again, I'll be able to use the boomerang to take care of that problem. So I get the homing torpedo. So at this point, I've only got 2 left, so I need, in order to get, so I need to beat this guy now, because he's vulnerable to the homing torpedo. Boomer Quanger, I think his name is. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce. Kuanger? I've never been sure how to pronounce this one. And I'm not even sure what kind of animal he is, because all the Mavericks are based around animals, but I've never been sure what a Kuanger is. Maybe some kind of bug or beetle or something? I'm not sure, but I've never been 100% sure what he is. I just always found his name to be rather amusing. But, yeah, this is one of those levels. I don't mind this level too much. There's one particular part of this level I don't love, but it's not too bad. Well, it's pretty easy to avoid those. And Boomer Kuanger's ability is quite nice because it gives you temporary invulnerability if you charge it up. And it comes in handy for a lot of parts later on. There's some health, much needed. Yeah, this part always annoyed me because those guys come out of nowhere and just kind of hit you and prevent. Sometimes they'll make you get caught under one of those spike ceilings. Yeah, this part always annoyed me a little bit just because it was kind of an annoying little climb. But it's not too bad once you get the hang of it. So continuing the climb up. Yeah, I like the music in this level too, the remixed music. It's quite good in my opinion. Quite well done. Almost there. Now there is a heart tank up there, but I can't get it until I get the weapon from this guy's stage. Now there may be another way of getting it, but that's the one I'm aware of. And that's the method I've always used in order to get it. So that is the method that I will use. Now if I had that weapon now, that would be really handy. But I don't. So that's fine. And we are here, so I'm going to equip the homing missile. And we'll go ahead and take down Boomer Coanger. Or however you pronounce it, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But we'll go with that. Oh, he's almost killing me. Look at this. I'm almost out of health here. I better be careful. There we go. Didn't lose a life. Hey, Faden. Nobody else watching me right now. There was a guy in here earlier, but he left. But I just wanted to do this just because it's. One thing I noticed about your streams when you're streaming retro games is that you can move your actual gameplay over to the right, like I've done, and put stuff on the left, like a chat and like an icon for the game you're playing. Just, you know, it makes it look a lot prettier, I think. I might add something in that blank space above my webcam, but I haven't decided yet. So now that we've beaten Boomer Coanger, we can actually go back to the Spark Mandrill stage, and we can go and get that. We can go and get that heart tank that we missed before. I'm sorry, not heart tank. Energy tank. And it's not too difficult to get. Once we get it, we can just exit the stage. It's just right there. But I'm going to kill this guy first because he interrupts my ability to get it. So all you have to do is use this a couple times, and we have it. So now that we have it, we can just exit the stage because there's nothing else to get in this level. And we'll go ahead and go to the Boomer Coanger stage back to get the remaining heart tank here. And I just remembered another thing we forgot, which we'll have to go back and get. There's one thing in the Chill Penguin level that we forgot. I'll have to double check that I haven't forgotten anything in any other levels, which I don't think I have, but I'll have to double check. I always hated that part. Let's do this one again, really quick. I can't believe there are people who have done 100% of this game in under 30 minutes, or in just over 30 minutes. Like, I find that pretty crazy. Now, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to use one of my sub-tanks, just because I don't want to end up dying. Alright, so we're almost at the spot where we have to get the heart tank. Just a little bit further. Get rid of that. It's just up here. Alright, here we are. So we just have to use his weapon again, and it's ours. And there's one heart tank that I did forget to get, and that is in the original first stage that we played. I forgot that the heart tank in this level is only obtainable after you get the flame weapon. So we're just going back to get that. Oh, I hate this guy. So annoying. Alright. Going through this level again. With it's a lot easier than it was previously. Just because I actually have everything I need at this point. So I just have to get to the spot where I'm outside, and I'll be able to get Alright folks, I will be right back. I just have to take care of something really quick. Thanks a lot, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Where were we? Okay. So, the place that we need to go is just past this little area. And it's a spot that you can't get to unless you get the speed boots, which are also in this level, but you can't get to it until this spot. That's all we needed right there. That was pretty easy. So finally we have the Sting Chameleon stage. This is the last level before we get to the final boss. This isn't a very long game by any means, but it is one of the more entertaining ones if you just want to do it's probably one of the quickest 100% for any game. The Mega Man series are, you know, you can usually get 100% pretty quickly in most of the Mega Man games, I find. This stage actually has one of the more annoying mini-bosses, and you need it in order to get the body armor. And it's actually right here. So this mini-boss right here is in order to get the body armor. And I have a specific method I like to use to kill this guy. There's probably a much quicker method, but I found this one to work best for me, just because I can take the least amount of damage. It's very repetitive. He just hops to either side of the screen, and you just dash under him when he hops over, and just keep shooting him like this. And rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You just keep on doing it. You can usually get them pretty good. Well, this fight's not terribly interesting, but he starts to smoke, as you can see, and after a while, he'll get destroyed. And then this pops up, and here's my final upgrade capsule. Oh, hi, Drankator. How are you? Yeah. Yeah, Mega Man is this particular game is one of those games that I've kind of held dear to my heart for a while. It's one of my childhood favorites. So it's not a very graphics aren't too stellar. It's a Super Nintendo game, but it's one of those games that I've always loved as a kid. And I like to consider myself pretty decent at the game, so I'm actually almost at the end of the game at this point, believe it or not. This is a 100% walkthrough, but this is one of those games where it only takes about an hour and a half to get 100% in this game. So I just got the last heart tank, which means that my health bar is now as high as it's going to get. Yeah, oh, absolutely, I agree. And Shadow of the Colossus was one of those games where it certainly doesn't have next-gen graphics, but that doesn't stop it from being an extremely, incredibly classic, perfect game. But no, I really enjoyed that walkthrough the last couple weeks, or the last week and a half or so. But definitely be doing it again. But in this case, Mega Man X has always been one of those games. I've had it since I was a really young kid, so I've always liked it and been pretty good at it. I like to think. So we're just making our way to the final Maverick here, Sting Chameleon. Yeah, well, the Shadow of the Colossus was released very late in the PS2's lifetime, so it was probably one of the most technically sophisticated PS2 games that were ever made. As far as I'm aware, it's one of the only. It really pushed the capabilities of the PS2 because it was released just before like the next generation, the Xbox 360 and PS3. I think it came out in 2005 originally, which was the same year that. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm hoping he or she enjoys it. Which I'm sure if you have anything if you show it to them as well as you showed it to me, then you'll be very good at showing him that game, or her. Just one sec here, folks. Just have to respond to a text message here. Sorry about that. Is it dying? Yeah. That's right, because you never know. Oh, he destroyed my suit of armor. I gotta get out of that. So, here we are at the Sting Chameleon stage. Alright. So this weapon is the one we use to take down Sting Chameleon. And the thing about Mega Man games, if you've never played one, is that each weapon you get, every time you beat a boss, you steal its weapon, and that weapon is then used on the following boss. But you have to beat the bosses in the correct order in order to be able to use, because every boss is only vulnerable to one specific weapon, and this guy's actually vulnerable to this boomerang weapon I'm using. So as you can see, I'm quickly draining his health bar on the right there, and he's dead already. I have not played any of the Castlevania games, but I have seen them being played, and I never did play them as a kid, but I may give them a shot at some point. I really like side-scrolling platformers. That's one of my favorite types of games, and I'll probably be doing more of them on my. I'll probably be doing more playthroughs of some side-scrolling older games that I played as a kid. So we just revealed we found Sigma's fortress. Let's go in and put an end to this war against the humans. So the soundtrack you're hearing in this game is actually not the original soundtrack for the game. I've replaced it with a higher quality soundtrack that called MSU1, which is somebody hacked a replacement soundtrack into this game, which is kind of interesting, and this is what you're hearing. But I'm actually not going to the final level yet. There's a secret in this level, which I'm going to get right now. I don't know if you've ever played any of the Street Fighter games, but there's a character in Street Fighter named Ryu, and he has a move called Hadouken. And the same company that made Street Fighter made the Mega Man games, which is Capcom. And basically what it is Mega Man can get that ability. So the ability is called Hadouken. And the only way you can get this special ability is to get everything else in the game first. So you can't miss anything. You have to get 100% of all the power-ups, all the bonuses and everything, which I've just done. So so I should be able to get the Hadouken at this point. And we'll try and get that secret. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, it's a funny story about Mortal Kombat. I wasn't allowed to play that game when I was little because my parents thought it was too violent. But I had a friend who would always bring it over to my house, and we would throw it in the Super Nintendo and just play. He'd come for sleepovers and we would secretly play it because his parents got it for him, but my parents never agreed with it. But didn't stop me from playing it. I always liked Mortal Kombat as well. Street Fighter, I agree with you. I didn't enjoy it as much. But I do I am familiar with that particular element within the game. So just going to use the flames on that guy to get rid of him real quick. We'll continue on here. So there was a power up here, but I got it already. So we'll just move on from that. So we're almost at the spot where the where I have to get this power up. So it's an interesting little method to get this secret. You actually have to kill. You have to go up here, walk around for a second, and then kill yourself. Just like that. So you have to do that about 6 or 7 times. And on the 7th time, I can't remember if it's 6 or 7, but either way, you just have to kind of rinse and repeat. You have to go to this level. You have to go back to that part because that's where it starts you. And then you have to go through this part, and you have to ride this minecart through here. Kill these flying penguin things here. You have to jump just at the last second to get up here. Yeah, well that's kind of, I mean, I don't have kids yet, but you know, I plan to. I'm married, and my wife and I haven't had any kids yet, but I'm going to have kids at some point, and when I do, I think that's kind of how I'm going to do things. Is you know, when they're really little, I'm not going to show them violent games, or I'm not going to go out of my way to show them violent video games. But as long as you make that distinction between, you know, not real and real, then, you know, kids aren't stupid. They know right from wrong as long as you teach them correct. And yeah, so you can just keep doing it that way. Oh, I've been married for 2 years. Got married in June of 2013. Yeah, well, I mean, how would you have known? You would have had no way of knowing I was married. I never mentioned it before, but yes, that's why I don't have a whole. That's why my streaming schedule is kind of sporadic, because I do have a life outside of gaming, and so it's kind of hard for me to set it's kind of hard for me to say I'm going to be streaming at this exact time. So guess what? Look what we have here. We have a hidden capsule. So he says, I give you a special present. Now enter the capsule, please. So this capsule is going to give me that hidden. It's going to give me that hidden Hadouken ability that I was talking about. So it's funny. You have to actually execute it by pressing down, forward, Y in order to do it. But now that I have it, I can actually exit the level. And one thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to this level in order to refill my heart tanks and what those or my sub tanks, I'm sorry, and they give me extra health. You have yet to stream, but you uploaded 3 videos. Oh, that's cool. Where did you upload them to YouTube? I'll know when you start streaming because I actually have you followed on Twitch. So if you ever do stream, I'll know about it. And most of the time I'll be somewhere where I can watch, but I may not be. One thing you'll want to do when you start streaming is there's a feature in settings on Twitch that records everything you do on stream. And oh look, my sub tanks are already full. I don't need to fill them. So make sure you go into the settings and turn on that feature if you haven't already, so that all your streams get saved, and then you can just export them to YouTube after that. So what's funny about this little bat creature is he always drops extra lives, so you just have to keep going like this, back and forth, and he'll keep dropping extra lives. The only unfortunate thing is the maximum lives you can hold is 9 lives. So once you have 9 lives, you just have to exit the level and be done with it. So we're finally at the last level. So it's interesting. The last level has several stages to it. So there's different parts to it. So let's split up, he says. I'll go in first, and then you can slip in while I keep the main defense force busy. Thanks, Zero. That's Zero. He's like Mega Man's sidekick, and unfortunately you don't get to play him in this game, which is kind of depressing. But now, one thing about the Hadouken weapon, it's so powerful that it can kill anything in one hit. Even the final boss can be killed in a single hit with the Hadouken weapon. But there's a catch. You can only use it when you're at full health. Okay. You have no idea how to connect OBS to your TV. Do you have Shadow of the Colossus on the PS2 or the PS3? I can't remember. I think you said PS2, because I would definitely, if you played through that game, I would definitely watch. I hate this part. I usually die a couple of times on this part because so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use this ability, which will make me temporarily invincible. Just like that. Okay, you have it on PS2. What you'll need to do for that is you'll need to get a video capture device. I'm not sure what video capture device would be compatible with the PS2, but you'll need to get one. You'd need to get a video capture device that would feed into your computer. They're kind of expensive though, that's the only problem. You might be able to run Shadow of the Colossus in a PS2 emulator. I'm not sure if that game can be emulated. It might be able to be. You might want to check that out, because if you can run the game through an emulator on your PC, you'd be able to stream it that way. Because that's actually how I'm playing Mega Man X right now. I'm using a Super Nintendo emulator on my computer. Human Rainbow, that's right. Well, he's actually not a human at all. He's a robot, an advanced android robot from the year 21XX. They never actually tell you the real year, but he is definitely a robot. No, emulators are free. Basically, what you need to do is... okay, so I'm actually going to use a sub-tank. I'll tell you in a second. I'm actually going to use a sub-tank here, and the reason for that is because I need to be full health. And 20XX would be 22... yeah, that's right. I think the XXs just mean... like... I think the X's are just replacing letters, though. I don't think it actually means that. Although I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. Oh, I hate this guy. So he says, X, do what I tell you or he's history. Dream on Zero. X knows he can't defeat me. So earlier in the stream I mentioned that you can get the... You weren't here, but I mentioned you can get the arm cannon upgrade by another means, and Zero gives it to you here. But I already have it, so he's not going to give it to me. Yeah, it might be 2020. Oh shoot. Okay. I used that sub-tank for no reason. So this particular fight you're supposed to die on, because when this guy has this suit of armor, he can't be defeated. So you basically just have to purposely lose this fight because he has no health bar and he can't be killed here. So you just have to... It's kind of interesting. We're playing a game that you know nothing about now, and a game that I know a lot about. So it's just kind of backwards. I knew nothing about Shadow, but you knew everything about it. And here I am showing you the game. Maybe, but I'm not through yet. So Zero's just going to basically go critical here and sacrifice himself to take away this guy's armor. So now he's just going to be his bear guy. And if I time this fight just right, I can kill him in one hit. But that's kind of hard to do sometimes, so I may not be able to do it. So X, it's just you and me now. Okay, so like I said, so you get a full health bar for this fight, and he says, what the? Where did that energy come from? Whoops, I skipped that part. He basically said, no matter, I'll still kill you. Good little goob learning, that's right. Did you mean noob or goob? I haven't heard that term before. Prepare to be terminated. Okay, so if I can time this right, I can kill this guy in one hit. Got him. One hit. That is the power of that Hadouken weapon. He went from a full health bar down to nothing in a single hit. You have to make sure you time that just right, or you won't be able to ever do that. So Zero's in bad shape at this point. He sacrificed himself, so he says, I've taken too much damage. Auto repair systems can't handle it. My power's fading fast. Your power is greater than I thought. Maybe you can destroy Sigma. So Sigma is the evil robot guy in this game. That he's actually a computer virus that took over a robot body, and it's called. He's a computer virus called the Sigma virus, basically, and he took over the body of this powerful robot, and you have to basically kill him. And what's interesting is he's the main enemy in Mega Man X2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 as well. This is the first of 8 games. But, alright, so this part is most easily done with spicy chicken soup. Nice. You're out of tea. That's awesome. So this part is most easily done with the chameleon invulnerability, because there's just too much stuff going on right here, and you just can easily get around it by using this ability, just like that. So this is the part where we start fighting all the original enemies again. So all of the original Mavericks and bosses that we had to fight earlier in the game, we actually have to fight them again now. So this guy's easiest to kill with this homing missile, this heat-seeking missile. He's vulnerable to that weapon. And that's all it took to get him. I haven't had spicy chicken soup in a while. I can't really eat spicy food because it upsets my stomach. I would love to be able to eat more spicy food, but I'm not. It doesn't agree with me, even though I really like the taste of it. But so let's see. So yeah, these last few levels are quite a lot more difficult than any of the ones I've played previously. But if I remember correctly, this boss is the single most annoying boss in this entire game. Yup. This boss, to me, is more difficult and more annoying than the final boss of the game. You have to basically, you get one chance to hit this boss every time it hits the ground. The little pink eye on it opens for only a second, and you have to time it exactly right in order to hit him. And I remember having so much and the way he goes down to the bottom, you never know if he's going to land on top of you or what, because you have to kind of look at the little track that he follows and time it like that. Yeah, basically, he's the Basran of this game, I would say. He's very annoying, although I'm doing pretty well on him right now, but he gets faster. See what I mean? He just landed on top of me, and okay, now you can see the green tracks didn't. Okay, and he's not going to come on this side, and he gets faster and faster and faster. So I can hide over here and have him not get me. Every now and then you'll get lucky with the little tracks, but dang it. Alright, I think I've almost got him. I may need to use a sub-tank because I'm getting kind of low on health. Oh, I hope I don't die. Yeah, I'm going to use a sub-tank just because I really don't want to die here. So your sub-tanks, you get 4 of them. They allow you to refill your health 4 times during a fight, which is kind of cheap if you ask me, but this game was designed to be quite hard, so if you're not good at the game, then it just kind of makes it that much more difficult. Got him. Perfect. I actually did a lot better on that one. If I eat a pizza pepper, I need a 1/4 of a gallon milk. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders either. There's spiders in my basement, and they always bother me. So, I'm going to go back to this Armored Armadillo stage, and you're probably thinking, well, why the heck is he doing that? Well, this is the best level to refill your sub-tanks, and the reason being is because these little bat things constantly drop health power-ups, and you need them in order to fill up your sub-tanks, which is your storage tanks for energy that you can use to refill your health in the middle of battle. So they just keep appearing, so you just have to keep going up and down this little slope here right at the beginning of the level, and they only take one hit, these little bats, one shot with a regular bullet, and they almost always drop stuff like that was a free life right there, and they're just always dropping power-ups and stuff, so you just have to collect enough of them. Full-time career, that would be ideal, although I know I'll never get to that stage. I don't think I have the personality to actually make money from streaming. I just kind of do it for fun, just because I like to talk to people, and it's kind of a way to interact with people while you're doing what you love to do, which is play games, or what I like to do. I mean, if I could make a career out of it, heck yeah, I would do that, but kind of really difficult to do as far as I understand. Alright, let's see. Half full. Let's see if we can fill those up. Oh man, the blue ones refill your weapon energy, and the white ones with these ones here, they fill up your regular energy. So the weapon energy ones I don't really have any use for right now because all my weapons are full energy right now. And you actually can't. There are no sub tanks for energy, weapon energy, only health. I think there in earlier Mega Man games there were weapon tanks, but they took them out for some reason. So there we go. I just filled my lot. That made a different sound. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, obviously, I would love to do this professionally, and I'm gonna keep going at it and see how far I get with it, and see how many people eventually, you know. I don't think I'll ever be at the level to, like, somebody like that Lyric guy who has, what, like, 50,000 people watching him at any given time. Like, that's, like, it's crazy how popular that guy is. He's like the most popular Twitch streamer or something. Oh, shoot. Ooh, I just died there. Okay, that's crazy. I don't usually die in this game. So, I'm getting towards the end of this game, so it's gonna get... This is like the second last level of the entire game, so I'm at the stage where I'm gonna get that just so it... Oh no, I actually didn't need it, it turns out. One of the things I do like about this game is, yeah, so video capture devices, they range in price. Like, basically, it depends on what brand you get. Cheap ones are not terribly priced. Like, basically, if you were going to stream from your PS2, you would want to get a video capture device that had the composite inputs, the red, white, and the yellow, or component, depending on how you have your PS2 hooked up. You'd want to get something that can accept at least that. My video capture device is HDMI, so I actually would not be able to hook up. I actually wouldn't be able to hook up a PS2 to it unless I got a converter that converted component or composite to HDMI. But I do have a PS2. It's collected dust for the last several years because all the games that I have basically all the classic games on the PS2 pretty much have been remade for PS3, so I have them on PS3. And yeah, it's not terribly expensive if you get depending on which ones you get. The one I have is the Elgato Game Capture HD, but that thing cost me more than I'm willing to admit. It's like $200, which is quite a bit for what it is. But I wanted to be able to stream my consoles, so that's what I used it to stream Shadow of the Colossus, was that Elgato Game Capture device. Now this guy's really bugging me here. I should have killed him and got in his little... Yeah, see, if you kill him, you can actually get inside his armor and use it yourself, which is cool. Die, die, die. Black plug along with the red, white, and yellow. Yeah, that's a composite. That's a composite cable. So you'd want to get a game capture device that had a composite. This is another one of those situations where I think I'm going to use the Sting Chameleon's ability and just kind of bypass all of this without getting hurt. I think this only lasts like 10 or 15 seconds, so I can't rely on it too much. But I believe this is... Now, what is this guy vulnerable to again? I can't remember. Oh yeah, he's vulnerable to the Sting Chameleon's weapon. But yeah, if you got a game capture device and you know, set up OBS correctly, you'd be able to stream no problem, I think, from your PS2. And if you have a webcam and a microphone, you'll be able to talk to your audience as well, just like I do. Because I find, from what I've read, people are way more likely to watch your stream if you're talking to them and if they can see your face. I mean, it's not completely necessary, but it helps a lot, apparently. There's one for only $30. Which one is that? Is it like on Amazon or something like that, or eBay or something? You might want to. One thing you'll want to do if you're thinking about getting a game capture device is look up reviews on it, because you don't want to get one that's horrible quality. I almost always do research before I buy anything. This one that's $1,500, my goodness. Alright, so this particular boss, I don't like him too much either, but he's not as bad as the last one, because he's vulnerable to this Sting Chameleon's weapon, which is good. Yeah, he's not too difficult. He just takes a few minutes to beat. Takes a minute or two. Almost dead. Okay, I killed his nose. Killed his eye. There we go. Wasn't too bad. I think I may be almost at the last level. I don't think I'm quite at the last level yet, but I'm almost there. The $30 one says it captures PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii. Well, if it captures Wii, then it will also capture PS2, because the Wii has the very same inputs as the PS2. So just because it doesn't say it captures the PS2, I can almost guarantee that it probably does if it captures Wii. If you look under the video formats, if it captures 480i video resolution or 480p, then it almost definitely captures PS2 as well, because it has the very same video format as the Wii. So you'd actually be fine using that one on the PS2. Or you should be anyway. If you want to send me a link to it, I can take a look at it after I finish this playthrough. I'll take a look at it for you. Oops, wrong weapon. What do I want here? I want the spark. Oh, this guy, right? Yeah, I need to use the spark. The spark knocks his armor off, and then I can just take him out like that. You're barbecuing, are you? Nice. I barbecued the other night. I had a nice big steak. Let's see if I can get that health thing up here, but I don't think... Oh, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Alright, Sting Chameleon. So we are going to use... Actually, I'm going to try to Hadouken this guy, but I probably can't because he stays in the air too much, and you have to be on the ground to use Hadouken, which is unfortunate. But, I'll just take him out the old-fashioned way, just like this. Not too bad. And he is down. do. Alright, so I have to use the... I have to use the boomerang weapon in order to get these items. There we go. I always like that feature of that weapon. You can just kind of go in there and just grab it like that. Alright, this guy is harmed by ice. It's quite hilarious. I've always loved fighting this guy with the ice weapon because he just doesn't do anything. He freezes him on the spot, and you can just kind of kill him like this without much worry about him attacking you. And he's dead. I remember having so many issues with this game as a kid, and it's just so much better now. Sorry guys, just a minute. Just bear with me. Alright, moving on. Oh yes, launch octopus. So this time, anybody who's watching the recording or watched me beat the launch octopus the first time will remember that I mentioned that if you have the boomerang, you can cut off his tentacles. So I'm going to go ahead and do that this time now that I have it. Because he's a lot easier to beat if he doesn't have his tentacles. So you just have to shoot him a couple of times. One or two, like 3 times or so. There we go. Now he doesn't have his tentacles, so now we can just finish him off with the rolling shield. Because the only thing he does when he doesn't have any tentacles is shoot missiles. Or shoot torpedoes. He doesn't do any of that other homing missile. He doesn't have homing missiles or anything like that. So he's actually a lot easier to kill when he's crippled like that. There we go. Very easy. So there's another little thing up here that you need this to get, because you need to be able to walk on the spikes in order to get these little power-ups up here. And you need to make sure you're fast about it too, because you'll get killed otherwise. So here we are at Flame Mammoth, and this guy is again harmed by the tornado weapon. So go ahead and so he is down. Only got a little further ways to go, and then we are done. Oh yeah, I forgot all about this guy actually. He doesn't like the now this guy does a lot of damage. If you get hit by him, he hurts a lot. See that? And you don't want to get crushed in his teeth like that because, ouch! Oh my God! He's got to be really careful because he does a lot of damage. Ouch! You gotta get him when he's kind of. This guy's pretty easy though. Yeah. He's not that difficult to beat. You just gotta be careful because he hits really hard. So that's good for now. We should be. Now that was the last level before the final boss. I know it was. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the Armored Armadillo stage, as usual, so that we can fill up our sub-tanks. Because I used one in the last level, or in one of the previous levels, so gotta give her a quick fill up. I'm probably going to need it on the final boss. I usually end up using all four. I usually end up using all four sub-tanks on the final boss, just because he's a little bit on the difficult side. And I already have 9 lives, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the escape on this guy. Alright. So here we are at the final level. Now, one thing that's interesting is this boss has 3 phases, the final boss. The first phase, we're going to fight his pet dog. I can usually kill him in a single hit with Hadouken. His second phase, you fight him as his normal body. Then in his third phase, I'll let you see that. I'll let it be a surprise. Yeah, well I can only do the insta-kill usually on his dog. So he goes, "Welcome, I see you managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive." So this is the final boss of the game. So if I kill him, we're done. And this will have been a 100% playthrough. And you'll know it will be 100% because I can't use Hadouken unless it's 100%. So it's the only way to get the Hadouken is to 100% this game. I would destroy you, but I will not rob my pet of that pleasure. He knows about how to deal with betrayers. Yeah, well, I know how to deal with him, so hopefully I can get him in one hit. So he'll hop up on the wall behind me, and then I'll be able to... Boom, dead. So that's his dog killed in one hit. He's not too happy about that. So excellent job. I see why Zero counted on you. You are almost as good a hunter as I was. So this particular guy, I can usually... he has a pattern. He has a very, very predictable pattern that that usually I can exploit pretty decent. So he has a pattern where he jumps on the wall, just like that, and then he jumps back down. And you have to do it just right so that he doesn't hit you. Okay, so I missed that time. This is going to take a few minutes. And there, okay, that's his pattern. So I just have to very slowly let him do his pattern, get one hit in, go back up on the wall. Yeah, he did go Star Wars. He's got a lightsaber. I know, that's pretty cheesy, eh? When the first time I saw this, I was like, come on, a lightsaber? So I just have to wait for him to go jump, 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 jump on the wall. Usually I can get a second hit on him when he gets to the bottom. So this is kind of just like a rinse and repeat at this point. So this is the best way to do it to avoid getting hit. Takes a little while, but... Alright, stop shooting beams at me and jump up on the wall. Yeah, see, he got me that time. It's been a long time since I've played this, so I'm understandably a little bit rusty. Yeah, see, I can't always rely on that pattern. But the thing is if I can't kill this guy with one health bar, I'm gonna have to let him kill me and try again, because I'm gonna need all my health bars for the next phase. Because the next phase of him is quite hard because he hits really hard and he's hard to dodge. So I'll need to get all of the health I can get in order to beat him. Now I could charge my shot and probably do a little bit. I don't think charging your shot actually does any extra damage to him, to this particular form of him. I think even the smallest bullet will just take away one little health a little health blip from him on the right side. So you pretty much just have to keep doing this until... Kind of annoying. Like I wish that he was a little bit more unpredictable, but I guess it's good that he's predictable because he would be really, really difficult otherwise. The thing about these old games is that most bosses have a very predictable pattern. Does he turn into Darth Vader? No, but you'll see what he does turn into. He turns into something much worse. Uh-oh, I've only got a couple more chances here. So, one more hit and this guy's dead. Alright, so he's dead, but now I have to fight him in this giant wolf body thing. And I don't get my health recharged, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And he is vulnerable to rolling shield. So you can see just how much damage. Now it's been a lot of years since I beat this guy, so I may end up having to try twice. Every single hit that he does so much damage. So already I have to use another one of these sub-tanks because just the immense amount of damage that he causes. Ah, man. And you gotta kind of get right up on his head. And it's really... Oh man, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this without trying again. I don't think. Oh, wrong weapon. Oh man. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try to be really careful here. So I don't... Shoot. Down to my last... See, the thing is, if I die, there's no way I'm going to be able to beat him with a single health bar, so... Come on, can I do this? I'm out of sub-tanks. I have to be really careful now. Really careful. Oh, shoot. Come on, one more hit. Can I do it? Yes! Just in the nick of time. And that is game. No, it's not possible. I'm a Reploid. I can't be destroyed by you. YX, why have you done this to us? Without the humans, my Reploid brothers could have ushered in a new age. And then shows his entire fortress with beautiful Super Nintendo graphics sinking it down into the ocean with a final explosion. And then you get this, you know, this little scrolling marquee. The war has ended for now and peace has been restored. But those who sacrifice themselves for the victory will never return. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause and wonders why he chose to fight. X is Mega Man's, this version of Mega Man's name is, his name is X. Well, his name is Mega Man X, or X for short. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again. What a champion and a half, that's right. This was one of the more difficult games on the Super Nintendo, and unless you had a lot of practice with the Mega Man games, the average player found it quite difficult to beat this game. How long will he keep on fighting? How long will the pain last? Maybe only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure. So the music that plays during the credits is one of my the original version of it is one of my favorite tunes. I can't remember what the remixed version of it is. I guess we're about to find out. Okay, Drakentor, thanks for watching. I'm probably going to stream some City Skylines later tonight. I know you'll probably be gone. I'm probably not. What time is it? Yeah, I'm probably not quite done streaming tonight. But if you stick around for that, or if you come back for that, then you're more than welcome to watch. But if not, then you have a good night too, and definitely come back for my next stream. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but I might. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but we will see. But either way, have a good night, and thanks a lot for watching. Just gonna let the credits play here, just because I kind of like the music that plays here. And yes, this was completely different music on the original. Flame Mammoth. Sting Chameleon. Alright. Well, that was a good playthrough. I enjoyed that. If anyone else thinks I should play any specific game, definitely let me know. And you as Mega Man X. Yes, that's obvious. Staff. So I don't think this particular song is not remixed. So this tune was on the original. This is the original version of the credits screen, I believe. But no, that was a good run. Took me almost 2 hours, which is quite long for a 100% compared to the world record, which is I think 35 minutes and something. It's gonna be I have no intention of trying to beat that goal. It's not of interest to me at all. So stay tuned for my next game, which is probably going to be City Skylines at this point, but we will see. So I'm pretty sure the game just stays there and doesn't move. So I'm going to end this right now. So thanks everybody for watching.